I basically wanted to go to Madrid because I had been there in high school before. I took a trip with the school to go to 3 cities, and Madrid was my favorite. I loved everything about it. So I knew from when I was a junior in high school at 17 that I always wanted to go back. When I got there, it was a little overwhelming. Obviously, it was completely different than anything I had ever experienced. It was so hard for me to sleep because I had never grown up in a city, and all I could hear at night were all the noises. So I would hear like trash trucks and people walking and dogs barking or whatever. And then I remember getting home and not being able to sleep because I didn't have that noise. So that's kind of what the city sounded like. And I actually lived right outside of a pastry shop. So anytime, they were cooking bread or desserts or anything, it was always just like creeping through my window. So I remember that smell the most. I basically just tried to like take it all in and like experience the city. I spent at least the first 3 to 4 weeks just walking everywhere. I mean, I would walk for like 6 or 7 hours just all around the city trying to learn my way around and learn about the cultural norms. Some of the things I remember most about Madrid is how everything's just slower paced. After a while, you just like learn to respect the culture. I feel like here in America, everything has to be up to date and new, and they had like a respect for every time period and didn't destroy old buildings, and they, kept their history alive in the city. I was a little taken back when I first got there because I wasn't really expecting them to be the way that they actually were. They're very edgy, very stylish. They're very trendy, but they're also very, very confident in what they do. The nightlife's pretty crazy. It's a lot different than what I was used to. I just remember being out until all hours of the morning. One time we went to this club that had a coat check, and we checked our coats at like 3 or 4 in the morning or something crazy. I would probably have to pick the parks as my favorite places. Just because they were so relaxing and so like rich with culture. You could sit just all afternoon, and at Retiro, there's this huge lake, and they have these canoes that you can rent. They were always just like, people just doing like crazy things in the park, but also like families there, like walking around and spending their Sunday afternoon together. I just really enjoyed like walking around the city and taking it all in and just observing the culture. It seems like yesterday that I was there. I wish I could go back so bad. It's an amazing city. My favorite part, I can't answer that. It was everything about the city, everything about living there, about the culture, my apartment, the people I met. It was everything. I couldn't possibly pick a favorite.